Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Suha Subramaniam of Virginia, who sits on the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, you were there Saturday night. You were outside the bathroom when this all took place. How are you doing this morning? How are you coping? And can you take us back to the moment you realized something was wrong?
Well, I'm just relieved that everyone is safe after that event. Certainly that was a really concerning security breach. I was outside the ballroom. I came to the event late. And so when I was going down the escalators to the floor where the ballroom was located, I saw some of the action happening. Two security personnel had assault rifles with them and were telling us to essentially take cover and to watch out for crossfire. So we were able to get out safely, and I'm so glad everyone is safe. I think now a lot of people have questions about what are we going to do for future events? How are we going to make sure that these events are completely safe? And then a lot of us have been asking questions already about political violence. So these are all things that I would like our committee to look into moving forward. And certainly what I don't want to see happen is one side blaming the other. I've seen a lot of that again. This is a bipartisan concern. This has happened to Democrats. This has happened to Republicans. So we want to make sure that people feel safe and feel safe around their elected leaders.
You touched on a couple of the questions you already have. We understand Oversight Chair James Comer's requested a briefing from the Secret Service on what happened. What do you want to ask specifically?
Well, I entered the building through the lobby, and it was very easy for me to get in. And certainly, we don't necessarily want to shut down the entire hotel. But on the day and at the time of the event happening with the president one floor below, I would want to make sure that all areas near the president, near the cabinet officials, and everyone else are completely safe. So I have some questions about how easy it was for me to get in. I'd also want to know what we're going to do to prevent an incident like this moving forward, and whether there needs to be more funding for security for these types of events. There are a lot of people there. There are a lot of security personnel there. It was very heavily guarded. So it is surprising that this would happen given all the personnel that was there.
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche pushed back when he was asked yesterday whether there was a security failure. Take a look.
To the contrary, it was a massive security success story. I mean, if you think about what happened, as far as what we know right now, this suspect barely breached the perimeter. While this was extraordinarily dangerous and put a lot of lives at risk, and there's no doubt that that's something that we're going to have to learn from over the next couple of weeks, the system worked. We were safe. President Trump was safe. His Secret Service agents kept him safe. All of us were safe.
He says the system worked, but we also just heard Speaker Johnson say it was not sufficient. Do you agree with Blanche's assessment?
Well, our Secret Service and our security personnel there did a great job. But I don't know how you can call the planning of this a success when you had to evacuate the president and cancel the event. The whole point of having good security there is to protect everyone and make everyone feel safe, too. So, yes, they did a great job in preventing this from happening as far as getting through. Once he got through, the security personnel responded well, but he shouldn't have gotten this far in the first place. I can't consider this a success given all of that.
Do you think the DHS shutdown, which of course is the agency that oversees Secret Service, do you think the shutdown had anything to do with how this unfolded?
No, not at all. And again, we have a plan moving forward to fund DHS. It's been on the desk of House Republicans for many weeks now, yet they've decided not to do it. So hopefully this will get them to support the plan that the Senate passed unanimously to fund all of the different parts of the agencies, or at least work with us on reforming ICE. But I certainly, right now, Secret Service is getting paid through the executive order, but I certainly want to make sure they do get paid permanently moving forward and we fix this budget issue.
The suspect's purported writing said that administration officials were the target of this alleged attempt. And here's what the president said when he was asked specifically about a growing political violence that we're seeing right now. Take a listen.
You go back 20 years, 40 years, 100 years, 200 years, 500 years. It's always been there. People are assassinated, people are injured, people are hurt, and I'm not sure that there's any more now than there was. I do think that the hate speech of the Democrats, much more so, is very dangerous. I really think it's very dangerous to the country.
Congressman, what do you make of the president's argument there? And what can be done at this point to turn down the temperature?
Well, I disagree with him that this is the fault of the Democrats. Again, like I was saying before, we shouldn't be blaming the other side solely. This is happening on both sides of the aisle. I've gotten threats to me. I know many other members of Congress have as well. This just makes it worse. When you're saying the other side is attacking you and this is a war, this is not helpful. The second part is I don't want to normalize political violence. Just because it happened in history doesn't mean it should be happening today in the United States. And it's preventing good people from entering public service. Even my own parents were concerned about me getting into Congress because they were concerned about my security. And so we have to solve this quickly. We have to make sure people feel safe, our elected officials are safe. And I don't want to go to an event and make everyone around me feel like this is now a security threat because I'm there.
Congressman Suhas Subramaniam, we're so glad you're safe, and all those who were there that night are also safe. Thank you for joining us and sharing your experience. We appreciate it.